Beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in a safe neighborhood. No credit? No problem. No bank qualifying. No income verification. No bank statements. No hoops to jump through. Good credit, bad credit, we don't care. Your down payment qualifies you. For more information, call me at 555-55-555. If you run this ad, you will have your phone absolutely ringing off the hook. I used to do this on a regular basis when I was a real estate investor, and I would have literally hundreds of people calling on the one house that I had to lease option. I could have sold that house, or I could have lease optioned that house, and I would mute all, yes, and I would literally have hundreds of calls on a single house. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. My name is Frank Alio. I'm going to be your host today, and I want to welcome everyone to the call. Let's move along briskly. Come on. I just want to make sure we're being recorded. Okay, we are being recorded. Okay, so let's go ahead and move along. We're coming to you from beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We stay at a beautiful 4-star resort when we come here. Everything's included, and it is a beautiful place to do business. Well, soon we'll be saying that. I'll be moving back to Myrtle Beach after a while. I am seriously considering purchasing one of those condos in that beautiful hotel right there on the Intercoastal Waterway, right in the heart of Myrtle Beach, in a 4-star luxury resort. And vacationing in Myrtle Beach is absolutely wonderful, but living there year-round, there's always something to do. You know, at Myrtle Beach, you never know who might drop in. What, is that Sandra Lehman flying that flying saucer up there? Could be. Introducing Easy Financial Group, LLC. We're a group of highly motivated professionals. That's why we invited you. We want to work with people who want more. More freedom, more time, more money. We want to work with people who want to enjoy the finer things in life. The structure of our corporation is the corporate office, the member office, the underwriters, the most important person we have. They're the ones that get everyone paid, the pro agents, and the standard agents. We're seeking those who want an above average income. Those people who believe we are promised an abundant life. Our structure provides that abundant life. I want to introduce to you today our 36-month lease option program. I'm extremely excited about this program because I've used this program for years and years and years while I was in my real estate investing phase. I was actually doing my investing. It worked for me. I wish I had all the tools that I'm going to be presenting to you today. I didn't. I did it the hard way. But because of my dreaming, because of my planning, I've been able to put together a program and a package that is going to make it drop dead simple for you as a real estate investor to get into this program and make a ton of money, or for you as a funding expert or specialist, you to help your real estate investors make a ton of money. And I don't mean a little bit more, but I mean a whole lot more. You're going to see that in just a moment. If you want to maximize the profit on a buy, fix, and flip for you or your clients, then check this program out. I'll be giving you the outline today, and I'll also make all of the full details available to those who want to maximize profits for themselves or for their clients. By now, everyone should be familiar with our exclusive 125% buy, fix, and flip program. That is where we provide the working capital, $75,000 on average, the acquisition capital from $100,000 to $5 million with various terms available, the rehab capital where we reimburse up to 100% of all the work that's done, and it's all rolled into one single mortgage, and the marketing capital where we use money, working capital, to market the property to get the maximum amount of money. But now I'm talking about the property is move-in ready. I don't care how you acquire the property. If you used our 125% program, fantastic. If you're the agent and one of your clients used that 125% program, you've already been paid at least 2 times on that one piece of property. Now you're getting ready to get paid another time on that same single piece of property. Yep, I said it. You're going to be paid 3 or 4 times on one single piece of property. If you're one of our agents, if you're one of our clients, you're going to maximize the amount of money that you're going to get. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I don't care if you rehabbed it and it's move-in ready, someone else rehabbed it and it's move-in ready, or you've owned it for 30 years and it's move-in ready. The key is it's got to be move-in ready. I'm talking about a property that is move-in ready today. If you come to me and you say, all I have left to do is whatever that is, get that done and then come back. Because this is only for, are you ready? Move-in ready properties. Don't give me a rehab budget. I don't even want to know that you still have to wash the windows. Move-in ready. You can give the keys to somebody today. And here is the outline of the program. We fund the property paying off any underlying liens, whether that is our 125% buy, fix, and flip, whether that is something that you purchased from somewhere else, or whether that is a property that you've owned for many years, or if that is a property that you're going out and you want to buy it right now. Remember, when you're ready to purchase the property, it must be move-in ready. So if you're going to use this for a future purchase, which is possible, it must be move-in ready, or we won't even talk to you. Okay, we'll just automatically decline if there's any work that needs to be done to the property whatsoever. Move-in ready. But if it is move-in ready, number one, we're going to fund the property paying off any underlying liens. That even is the lien that you're about to get because it's a brand new purchase. Number two, we're going to be in first lien position. Number three, we're going to establish an interest-only payment based on the current value of the property. That's current value, that's not future value, that is present value. We're going to establish an interest-only payment. The payments are going to be extremely competitive. The interest rate is going to be extremely competitive, and it will be, well, I'm going to hold that for later on. Okay, number four, we're going to implement our lease option strategy. Now, I got to tell you a story. When I started in the real estate business some 36 years ago. There were all kinds of crazy gurus out there that had all kinds of crazy strategies. Do this, do that, do the other thing. And most of them only gave you enough information to go out and drown, take you out into the deep end of the pool and drown you. And then while you're drowning, they'd throw you a life preserver, but it cost you money. We're not like that. We're going to give you a program that you're going to be able to implement immediately. I mean, like today, you could do it. We run the above ad, the ad that I read to you earlier, in a local newspaper. 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in a safe neighborhood. No credit, no problem. No bank verification, no income verification, no hoops to jump through. We run that ad that I read to you earlier in a local newspaper, the penny saver magazines that you see at the checkout counter in the grocery stores, or on Craigslist. When you run that ad, be prepared. Your phone is going to ring off the hook. It will just start ringing minutes after you place the ad, and it won't stop ringing until the ad is no longer wherever you placed it, and sometimes even beyond that. I have literally had one single piece of property, and I've gotten hundreds of calls. Many of your callers will be less than qualified tenant buyers. In most cases, these buyers have no hope. You become their only hope. It is a great feeling to help people and give them hope. It's also a great feeling to be paid handsomely for providing that hope. So let's take a look at how it works. We start off, as I mentioned, with a less than qualified tenant buyer. These people, they can't buy a house. They've probably been turned down everywhere. Some of them might not even qualify to rent a good apartment, because nowadays everyone's checking their credit and they're being turned down all over the place. And we don't want to see these people live in substandard housing. We want to provide them with the best possible housing and give them the opportunity to hold their head up high and be a tenant buyer and be a property owner. So we're going to take that less than qualified tenant buyer, and we're going to offer them our property, the property that we just acquired, or we did a buy, fix, and flip, or however we got it. We're going to offer that property at 110%. Yes, 110% of the current retail price. Why? Because in the next 3 years, 36 months, this property is probably going to go up by 10%. So by the time this person exercises their option, you want to be retail. So you're going to be selling it today, collecting today on 3 years from now, future projections of the value of the property. Would anyone really pay 110% of retail? Ask Sandra Lehman. Supply and demand dictates people will pay whatever it takes to get whatever they want. And if it takes 110%, you can certainly ask for it. When you have literally hundreds of people beating down your door to get the one property that you just finished rehabbing, you can pick and choose. And I'm going to talk to you more about that later on. But we start off with 110% purchase option to buy in 36 months on a $300,000 property. We're talking about an extra $30K, an extra $30,000 that you're going to get to enjoy now, not have to wait the 36 months to enjoy it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a $5,000 option price. That is the price that they're going to pay for the privilege of buying this property from you at the predetermined price that you set today, 36 months from now. That option price, that money, whether it's 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20,000, whatever you can get, whatever they have, whatever mattress money they have, whatever marijuana money they have, for Sandra Lehman, and whatever money that they have, whatever money you can take as much of a purchase option price as the client will bear. You put that money in your pocket. That's your money. They're not getting that money back ever. That's your money. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to lease this property out for $1,000 per month. We're going to charge the maximum the property will support. If the property supports 1,000, then so be it. If it supports 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, whatever the property supports, that's what we're going to lease it out for. In this modest example, I'm just being modest here. If we're renting this or leasing this for $1,000, where does that rent or lease payment go? Your pocket. Your pocket. It's your money. 36 months of $1,000 is an additional $36,000 above the sale price of the house. Next, we're going to take another $100 down payment, which will be put in escrow. It will be an escrow account. And at the end of this is another $100 above and beyond the highest lease price you can get. So this extra $100 is going to be used because when the client is ready to exercise their option, they're going to have 36 $100 bills sitting in a bank account, in an escrow account. You cannot touch this money. This is the client's money. So you can have that 36 $100 bills in the escrow account, and when they're ready to exercise their option, they're going to be able to call upon that amount of money when they're ready to close on their sale. Now, mandatory credit restoration. Remember, I talked about people who were less than qualified. You're going to get literally hundreds of them. And if you're an agent of my company, and if you're also signed up and qualified to do the credit restoration, you'll get a commission on this as well. It costs them, it's dirt cheap, it costs them $188 to start. It's $89 per month. If you're an agent, you get paid a commission on the sign-up fee. You get paid a commission on the monthly fee. It's residual income. If you're not an agent, it's okay. We'll keep the money. It's okay. But it's a mandatory credit restoration. And what this means is somebody might come to us with a 500 FICO. They might come to us with a 530 FICO, whatever. At the end of 36 months, they're probably going to be in the 7s or maybe 8s if they just follow this program. So you will not have to worry about them if they'll be able to be qualified to close at the end of the 36-month lease period. Now, the lease payment shown as a mortgage payment. Everyone knows that if you're doing credit, your rent or your lease counts for nothing. You get no points for a lease payment. You get no points for rent. Even if you never missed a day's rent ever, it counts for nothing. We have a program that will actually show the lease payment as a mortgage payment. Now, if you have 36 consecutive mortgage payments, you've never missed a payment, you've got 36 $100 bills in the bank, guess what? To refinance this property, different word, didn't say purchase, I said refinance. To refinance this property becomes a piece of cake with a 700 plus FICO, $3,600 in the bank, 36 mortgage payments of $1,000 each. And oh, by the way, your mortgage is probably going to go down. So you're definitely going to be qualified. We'll be in the first lien position, paying off the current lien, whatever that current lien is, wherever you got that property, whether you funded it through the buy, fix, and flip program or not. There'll be an interest-only payment. You're going to pay a tiny, tiny, tiny little interest-only payment while your tenant buyer is paying a maximum amount of money to you, all 100% cash flow going into your pocket. At the end of the 36-month lease program, we set up a refinance. The tenant buyer refinances it into their own name. You're paid in full for your profit, and you move on and you do it again. Now, if you're wise, you'll probably be doing it 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 more times with many more properties. Why? Because that one ad that you ran, that you had 100 tenant or more, 100 tenant buyers or more, they are waiting for you to find the next property and the next property and the next property. You'll have a stream of buyers that you can go back to, and you can pre-qualify them with whatever qualifications you want to do. You are going to have a stream of buyers, a steady stream of buyers to come. You run that advertisement that I did one time, and you'll have more people than you can stand. And what you'll be doing is you'll have to quit your job and just go find properties to rehab so that you can fill all of the demand that you're going to have. So how much extra money did you make? Good question. Well, first of all, you sold it for full retail. On average, the profit on a buy, fix, and flip is about $60K. Of course, that's going to vary. The more expensive the house, the more profit. The less expensive the house, maybe the less profit. The better negotiator you are, the more profit. The worse negotiator you are, and the less profit. Generally speaking, I hope everyone agrees with 60K is a fairly good profit to make on a buy, fix, and flip. Next, you're going to get 10% more than the full retail. On our $300,000 example, that's an extra $30,000. That's an extra $30,000. 36 months, or $36,000 on our lease at $1,000 a month. But what if it was $2,000? What if it was $3,000? Whoa, I'm being conservative here. I'm giving you the most conservative I can be, just to show you. You can be as wild as you want to be. I'm just being super conservative here. So if you're an agent, you can even get paid on the credit restoration. It's nothing. If you're not an agent, don't worry about it. We're not going to get rich on you. But I'm just saying. So all in all, this is a very conservative example. You can make an extra 60K. You can make an extra 30K. You can make an extra 36K. You can make an extra $126,000 on that property and still get paid full retail. And what did you pay out? Yes, interest only. A very small interest only payment. You have maximized the amount of income and minimized the amount of outgo. You're making money on investing 101. OPM, other people's money. And all that money is yours to keep. If you want to learn more about this or other exclusive loans, we're going to have these kind of trainings every week. But I do want to go back to this slide and say, yeah, Frank, that all sounds great. But what about the worst case scenario? What if this less than qualified buyer loses his job, gets a divorce, walks out? Then what? Do you remember those hundreds of not less than qualified tenant buyers you had? Don't worry. You can move one in a heartbeat. They'll be waiting. Not only that, I have a program that I can teach you how they can be paying you while they're waiting for somebody to screw up or for you to get another property. What if they just stop paying, but they stay in the house? Do you have to go to foreclosure, hire an attorney, $4,000 to start, and it could go up from there? No. Remember, this is a lease. Just go to eviction, I think it's family court, but just go to eviction, magistrate. Go to magistrate court, and you just get an eviction. In North Carolina, that's $75. I don't know what it is where you are, but you can just walk in, show the fact that he hasn't paid a rent, and that's it. Kick him out. Those are the worst case scenarios. We hope that doesn't happen. Of course, we started off this being a humanitarian. We want to provide the best possible housing to everybody. If they take advantage of us, well, there are other people who are waiting in line to step in and fill their shoes. If you want to learn more about this and other of our exclusive programs, you can reach me at Frank at easyfinancialgroupllc.com. That's Frank at easyfinancialgroupllc.com. You can also go to youtube.com and search for Frank Alio. We have 30 or 40 videos up there talking about all the different types of programs that we have. And if you're not an agent yet, you can go to easyfinancialgroupllc.com, easyfinancialgroupllc.com/agents, plural, agents. And you can sign up to become an agent. It is free to become an agent. I wish I had more time. I do have a whole lot more to tell you. This PowerPoint presentation I will make available for you. The structure of our group is a standard agent gets 10%, a pro agent gets 50% more, and they're able to build a team with overrides and many, many more perks. I have over 700 agents now. If you step up to be a pro agent, you can build your house in sandcastles, or I will give you, I am issuing an invitation to everyone to step up to pro agent. You deserve this type of lifestyle. We expect okay, I'm getting tongue-tied because I'm running out of time, and I did want to open it up for questions. I have way too much to finish. It's always the way it is. What I'm going to do is you can unmute yourselves, and I'm going to go back to that slide. I don't want to mess it up. Go back to that slide. And you can unmute yourself, shout out your name, tell me where you're calling from, and ask any questions about the program or ask any questions that you want about how you could join our group. We only have a few minutes. So Al, Dan, Sandy, Kimberly, Lilo, Ramon, Roland, any questions? Just unmute yourself and shout out your question. All
Hey,
right.
Frank, good afternoon. Lilo here. I don't have a question on these programs specifically, but I just wanted to see if I can call you later on, maybe later today, whatever is good for you, 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. You have a few questions. I'm a new agent, so need some guidance.
Okay, no problem. Uh, Wednesday is our busiest day. We have meetings all day long on Wednesday. After 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be available, and you and I can spend a half hour, 40 minutes, whatever you need, and we can help you out. Do
Thank
you
you, sir. Appreciate
know
it.
how to get in touch with me?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay, and you have our number, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, well, I hope I did a great job of presenting this. I hope that you take advantage of the programs. You can make so much more money. And if you're an agent of ours and you present this in the RIA groups, the real estate investing groups, or the Board of Realtors um, meetings, if you present this in those areas, you will utterly be swamped with real estate investors, hungry real estate investors who would be eager to find out how they can make an extra $126,000 on a $300,000 purchase and have somebody else pay the whole thing. With that, my friends, God bless. I am definitely out of time. The timer is going to stop any second, so I'm going to go ahead and say God bless, and I am going to end the meeting.